In the western Pacific Ocean there is a group of 992 islands known as the Solomon Islands. The landscape of these areas abounds in beautiful beaches and picturesque mountains. More than 90% of the local population are Solomons, an offshoot of the Melanthians, while the rest of the population is Polynesian and Micronesian. For centuries, the people of the Solomon Islands have been telling intriguing stories about beings they call giants, who had strange appearances and extraordinary powers. The natives say that long ago the giants came to the Solomon Islands in orbs of light and dwelt in the high mountains and at the bottom of the sea. According to accounts, they left these places from time to time and visited the natives, giving them various useful information about everyday life. Interestingly, strange formations of bright lights have appeared over the Solomon Islands in recent years, and many people have reported sightings of unidentified flying objects in the sky. Are all these relationships just myths, or maybe the island actually hides many secrets? The oldest stories of the local people go back thousands of years and are passed down from generation to generation. According to these accounts, the giants, a group of strange creatures that move through the air, came to the islands in antiquity. The giants could quickly traverse the islands using mysterious orbs of light, which allowed them to reach the tops of nearby mountains, as well as deep into the water. Giants rarely interacted with people who feared them. It happened that they kidnapped young women and took them with them to the mountains or to the sea. More often, however, the visit of these mysterious beings resulted in the transfer of useful information on methods of treatment, hunting or social organization. The natives never knew if the giants would bring them knowledge or food on their next visit, or if they would take family members this time. On the basis of unusual encounters, the Solomons created figurines depicting these mysterious creatures. According to the natives, the giants had a human appearance and were dressed in strange clothes. They also had unusual artifacts, including an oblong staff with which they were able to destroy trees and stones, which resembles the operation of the device used by Bep Kororoti when visiting the Kayapo Indians. On the channel you can find a video about Bep Kororoti. Subscribe to the channel to know more. There are other similarities in the stories told by the Solomons to the accounts of many peoples around the world. Divine beings have always had their bases in high mountains or at the bottom of the seas and oceans, like the giants of the Solomon Islands. These beings provided people with basic information to facilitate everyday life, e.g. Tangaroa from the Marquesas Archipelago or Sumerian Oans, which was mentioned in previous episodes. The people of the Solomon Islands told stories of a creature whose description closely resembles that of Oans. It was the mysterious adarro, a strange creature inhabiting the bottom of the seas and oceans. Adarro had the appearance of a human, though his shiny skin resembled that of a fish, and he had strange objects around his head. Adarro would emerge from the sea from time to time and, traveling across the sky, would reach the fishermen, imparting knowledge to them. When the mysterious fugitive approached people, they felt a passionate warmth in the air, and in the evening Adarro returned to the sea, where he disappeared for a long time. Occasionally, fishermen would jump into the water in panic or die, leading many people to regard Adarro as a sinister figure. The Solomons also mentioned a network of tunnels under the islands. According to legend, unusual creatures used them to move around the islands. Interestingly, a large number of UFO sightings have been observed in the Solomon Islands for many years. Such reports from the 20th century are provided by both natives and tourists, Most sightings take place on the islands of Guadalcanal and Malaita. According to the story, balls of light and flying saucers emerged from the water or flew high above the mountains. The largest wave of sightings occurred in 1997. Fishermen often described seeing these strange lights accompanied by a feeling of sudden heat. In turn, residents observing flying saucers in the mountains mentioned the extraordinary speed at which these vehicles moved. Looking at all the stories from the Solomon Islands, we will notice an interesting combination of ancient stories about unusual beings moving in balls of light, with modern sightings of such lights. Additionally, the similarities between Adarro, Tangaroa and Bep Kororoti are astounding, considering that these cultures had no contact with each other. Are these accounts only the result of the extraordinary imagination of ancient and modern people, or are they preserved testimonies of encounters with beings from outer space? Solomon Islands is another account of ancient peoples describing how in distant times the gods came to them from the sky. It is possible that a long time ago an advanced civilization of extraterrestrials came to Earth and its representatives taught the first people by giving them knowledge about various topics. Their memory survives in the stories of many cultures around the world. We will look for further clues in the next episodes of Space Stories.